Hello, welcome. We are back to the Twin Flame reading. So this is the Twin Flame reading. Welcome. I hope you had a good weekend. Sorry there wasn't any readings, and I'm not doing zodiacs today, unfortunately, because I've just had a manic day of things cropping up. So the zodiacs, I will go back into doing them tomorrow. But I thought, let's just do a collective reading to get something up on the channel and show you that I'm still alive. I haven't gone that deeply into the spirit world yet. So yeah, let's do this. And my new little relationship deck's turned up, really cute. It's a copy of the Doreen Virtue deck. You can't really see the pictures too good, really, but they're actually really. I actually really like them. They're just dead cute. You can get them actually without the hologram effect. So I might do that because they might show up better on the screen. I didn't actually realise that you could get them without the hologram because the hologram makes them quite dark. But I have to say they're rather nice. You know, if you're looking at them not through a camera. But yeah, I may get them without the hologram effect. Anyway, that being said, let's just go into the reading. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for supporting. Let's go into an overall energy then. Let's start off with this deck, 'cause this is what I want to do. Start off with the this relationship deck. Now, what I want to say is it's a twin flame reading. So we're just connecting with the twin flame energy, or the energy of somebody who's emotionally avoidant. Ooh, that's interesting. Children, it says, your love life is being affected by children or something to do with children. Now, this could also be, you know, the inner child as well. Somebody's inner child, perhaps, in pain. Perhaps you're in a child in pain, and that, remember, that is just a story that you have to let go of. So let's see what we get from the Alice in Wonderland deck, because our childhood is gone, and if we just hold on to stories of it, what we do is we tell ourselves negative stories about things that are happening right now through the lens of our childhood, and actually it's not the case. A lot of the time, situations in our life right now are not as bad as they seem, but we're just making a connection and a link to a story from the past and making it worse, if that makes sense. So that's why relationships are so triggering, isn't it? But yeah, it says your love life is being affected by children. Could be your inner child, could be their inner child, or it could be actual children. You can't go back to yesterday, be in the present. So that's interesting, just talking about old stories. Let's see what fairy energy we've got around twin flame. So it's a twin flame or emotionally avoidant person. Now the energies are saying to just jump in. To just jump into life, and you may get a bit dirty, you may get a bit, this is a time for exploring. This is a time for exploring and maybe getting a bit dirty, okay? Excuse the language there, but take it as you will. It's probably about getting to know your shadow aspects, parts of yourselves that you repressed. Don't repress yourself. Society will tell you to suppress yourself. Don't do it, because it all needs to come up and out, doesn't it? So don't beat yourself up. Right, let's go into the reading then. Let's go into the layout. I've lost my piece of paper again. Oh, goodness me. Where is it? No. This is slightly frustrating. Oh, here it is. Right. Okay, I should remember the layout now, but I still don't. That's the joy of watching a smaller channel, isn't it? It's a bit more real. Oh dear. I'm not going to re-record videos just to try and make myself look good. What you see is what you get. Right, recent past. King of Wands energy here. This is somebody who is quite dominant, actually. And they are in control, attractive, try to be in control. They possibly lose control quite easily. Now this person here is actually trying to offer something. They're actually trying to offer something. Interesting. They actually realise that they want the give and take to be more equal. They're healing. What is going on right now? This person is healing. Look at that. Healing going on there. So this is interesting. Wow, there's a lot of healing going on. Now this could be for you and for them. Five of Pentacles reversed. You know, Five of Pentacles in the upright position is, you know, poverty, lack, poor health, poor physical health, poor mental health. In reverse, you know, it's all healing. You know, the swords are falling out this person's back. So there's a lot of healing going on here. Now, the person you're thinking about, they were very disappointed. They had disappointments in love. And it made them very sulky or difficult to... I mean, they were probably grieving, to be fair. It's probably more than just sulking. But, you know, they were in that kind of energy of just blocking things because they were too busy thinking about, you know, what's been left behind. But Spirit here handing them something that they couldn't see, that they were refusing it, you know. But it's in reverse now. And it's like they're actually starting to open their eyes. This person's opening their eyes. So, there's somebody here possibly turning things around. Yeah, breaking karmic patterns, the Justice card. So this person's got karmic patterns of probably breaking up connections, breaking up relationships. They've got karmic patterns of repeating the same problem in any case. You know, but it's healing. It's definitely healing. Because these two cards as well signify somebody who's waking up. This is an alpha male energy. Now, it doesn't have to be a man, but it's an alpha. Somebody who is an alpha, you know, like a dominant type of person. And they're a risk taker. They're very magnetic, but they're realising they want more of a flow in their life. They're healing all of the lack and all of the bad stuff, basically. And they're trying to cut these karmic patterns. Now, what this person thinks of you, very secretive. Very secretive. Now, I wouldn't be surprised that, and don't take this the wrong way, if you cause this person some mental health problems, because I have been shown that. Why? For basically the very reason when I started the reading, when I said to do with the children, and I said the inner child, and that it's an old story, and you're attaching current problems to your past. And it's very powerful. You know, and this person's got wounds from their past, I think from their childhood. So whatever went wrong in their childhood connection with their parents, they're assuming that's going to keep repeating with current partners, you know. And it's like, instead of just being in the present moment and seeing a connection for what it is and just enjoying it, they are allowing past stories, like they're telling themselves negative stories that, you know, this is going to be bad, or this person's not going to be there for me, or, you know, this person's whatever. So I think they are very attracted to you because they've got the King of Wands energy, and that is a very attracted energy. Whether it's platonic or whether it's sexual, who knows, depends on your situation. but this person is very attracted to you, but I think they get very triggered because they've had poor relationships in the past. So they just assume it's going to repeat itself, because we've got that Justice card, which is all about karmic patterns. And the moon can indicate mental health problems. So instead of just seeing you and the connection you offer them, they are imbuing it with all their own stories from their conditioning as a child. So they're not taking it for the truth that your connection is. They're colouring it, staining it, if you like, with their own shadows. They can't see that that's what they're doing. They can't see that this is their own shadows and their own negative stories. It's their own projection. You know, if they didn't have so much wounding, they would be much more clear, and they would just accept you more as you are in the present moment, and they wouldn't take things so negatively. But it is healing, because these cards are very healing. You know, and even these two cards are healing. But yeah, they think of you, and I think when you do certain things, it does massively trigger them. It triggers some mental health. Now, the other thing, like I said, I think they're secretive about how they feel about you and what you mean to them. You know, they're not really telling you what you actually mean to them. They're secretive. Yet we have here the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling me that you could be expecting to hear some information from this person, to start seeing more being revealed about what they actually think of you. How do they feel? Well, they want to build with you. They want to continue the connection with you, okay? Got here the Four of Wands. Now, this is interesting that it's the twin flame relationship reading, because I thought it would, this to me feels more like the soulmate. But maybe it's an emotionally avoidant person, because that was the other instruction I gave. So this person wants, excuse me, sorry. It's really annoying when my voice does this. Annoying. This person really wants this solid foundation, you know, and they want to build a successful connection with you. So that is quite surprising, isn't it? Now, they get triggered easily. They do get triggered easily. This person's got the Knight of Wands in reversed. They get very triggered easily, and when they get triggered, they tend to kind of go distant, and they just pull right back. But that's what I'm saying. I think you trigger them. You trigger some sort of mental health in them. It could be anything, because we're all different and we've all got different childhood wounds. It's just the conditioning. It's just the mind patterns that we've been left with and the pain body we've been left with from childhood. And it's you make it surface in this person, and all their insecurities, all of their dark thoughts, all of their paranoia gets triggered. So they're not seeing you as you are. They're actually colouring it with their own projections. Do you see what I mean? But they are healing. I've said that before. They are healing, and they're knowing what they want. So they've got here the Page of Pentacles reversed. This person is quite childlike and immature, and again, suffer with mental health problems. This is coming through very strongly for me today. This person suffers with mental health problems. So they're going to be giving you mixed messages, which is going to be probably quite frustrating. You're definitely going to get information this week about how they feel. You know, either it happened over the weekend, like yesterday, or it's happening this week, because of that moon and the Wheel of Fortune. So you will get information about what they're thinking about, and they are wanting to move forward with you. I mean, they've got the Four of Wands and that Six of Swords in the boat, you can see they want to move forward. They don't really know what they want the end result to be. They don't, but they do want to move forward. But they suffer mentally. It's putting a mental strain on this person when they think about progressing things with you or connecting with you on a more frequent basis. You know, it's, yeah. Now, what's hidden that you don't see is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is not a good card. This card is to do with a lack of connection. I wonder whether this person's got poor family connections, because that tends to be family, and that's in reversed. So, does this person have poor family connections? Or do they tend to go into separation energy a lot and see themselves as an outsider? Or, you know, they tend to see themselves as a victim. Let's pick a card to clarify that one. It's a very interesting reading. It's not the reading I expected to see at all. Star reversed. Now, the Star reversed is still a positive card because it's a very positive card. It's about wishes being fulfilled. This person is very nervous, I think, about the long term. They don't want to really reveal too much about how they feel, because as soon as they do that, they start to get triggered. I don't think they visually know how they envisage your relationship in the longer term. I don't think they can say exactly what they're going to be able to do for you, you know. But with this Star card, that is indicating that there's something going on here between the two of you. I don't think this connection's going to sever. All right. It's just, if you bring up the longer term stuff, or if you put too much expectation on this person, it would freak them out. That's what I feel. Because I'm seeing a lot of mental health, and I'm seeing stuff to do with childhood or children. And this is like an alpha energy. This is somebody who is a risk taker, who probably could be unreliable at times. They might shoot off, do their own things. They like to do things on their terms. But when they're in a good mood, they're very, very charismatic. The advice from Spirit is to do your own spiritual awakening and to stay in the heart chakra. Ace of Cups. Because the reason, obviously, is because if you stay heart-centered, then you're just being very present, and you're just being the awareness of your own life. You know, you don't go into stories about what's going on in your life. Just see what your life is doing. It's very hard, but if you tell yourself stories about this person or this situation, it will drive you crazy. Spirit is encouraging you to be in the heart chakra here, and to be connected to Spirit and get your love from Spirit, rather than wanting the love from this person or putting expectations on this person. If you do that, this person is healing, and they do want something with you here that's actually quite serious, but they need you to be in this very loving, spiritual, accepting kind of place. And it doesn't mean you're being a doormat at all. It just means that you are connected to Spirit. So you're getting yourself in a situation where you're not relying on anyone. You don't need anyone anyway, you know. And we've got here the King of Wands turning up. You see, Gilbert. He's eating he's got a treat, peanut butter, and he's clawing at it. So, King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is this person we're talking about. It was the first card that turned up. If you can stay very gentle and accepting, this person will be happy. And they will come closer to you. outcome. Cooperation, building things up better than they were before. You've got a lot more knowledge how to handle this person. You've also got a lot more knowledge about how to handle life. You know, High Priestess. High Priestess. This is a deeply spiritual person. Do you know the High Priestess is pretty much the most spiritual card in the whole deck? It's the most powerful energy, spiritually speaking, in the whole deck, which I find surprising. I would have thought it would be the Hermit, but apparently High Priestess. Now, or the Magician. But yeah, apparently High Priestess is, well, it's a beautiful energy. And it's your energy, you know. It's the tarot saying that you are coming from the higher mind, the higher perspective, and it's not that to elevate you, to give you a bigger ego, but it's actually just to say you're so deeply connected to spirit, you don't need anything from anyone. You know, and the way I see it at the moment with this reading, and I have to say you might not resonate with all of my readings. Sometimes you might resonate with them, sometimes you might not. But I can only give you what I get given on the day. And this is a reading for a twin flame or an emotionally avoidant person. And it really does look to me like you are going to use your wisdom to build something with this person. And I don't think it's the most ideal scenario, but I don't know really what is the most ideal scenario in life, really, when you look at people's friendships, family relationships, love relationships, you know. I feel there's a deep spiritual connection between the two of you, and you're going to hold space because you're connected to spirit. And it's very healing for this person. And that's really what I'm getting. Quite amazing, really. Let's have a look at a Lover's Oracle card. So you can't go back to yesterday. You need to be in the present moment. That was the first card. Keep being in the present moment. That's a good way to do this, you know, because your mind might be playing out stories about this connection that will be driving you nuts. And it is also revealing your shadows. This relationship is revealing your shadow side and the parts of yourself that still need to be accepted, really. You know, accepting the darker aspects or the shadow aspects of yourself, not suppressing yourself, exploring the things you need to explore, bringing the light of consciousness to them. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So yeah, don't let your mind tell yourself stories about what's been going on here. It doesn't matter what's been going on. It's all expanding. It's expanding your consciousness. That is so funny because I said this person's got an alpha energy. Let me take the lead. Oh, you can see that card today. Usually the yellow ones don't show up. This person is, oh god, they really are an alpha type, dominant type of energy. That's why they just freak if you talk about anything where you're putting expectations on them, or you're talking longer term, or you're I don't know. It's just best to back off this person and let them do what they need to do. Stay silent, that's the advice. I mean, that says it all, you know, back off a bit. This person suffers mentally. That's what you've got to bear in mind. So, you know, a lot of the time when you're seeing them react in ways that are unhelpful, that's the reason why. They're not trying to make your life difficult. It's because they actually are suffering mentally. And then let's just pick a Kyle Gray card to finish off, because these are very empowering. So we'll just get an empowered message for you, specifically from Spirit. This card came up a couple of times last week. The Divine Director. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So, you know, because you've got this pure joy in this card, Ace of Cups, pure spiritual joy, pure spiritual love. Your spirit guides are saying that you are the one that needs to hold the space for all of that happiness and joy and love within spirit. And you are being guided by your spirit guides. There's invisible forces at play with this connection, because it says here, know that you are being guided. And you know, we've got the moon and the Wheel of Fortune. Now that the moon is hidden forces, and the Wheel of Fortune is hidden forces moving things forward. So it's very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. So that's the message, really. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get better with this person, slowly but surely. And all you've got to do is just stay in that loving energy. And if you get your own shadows come up, just deal with them yourself, you know. Don't make it a projection onto this connection. So that's the message. I hope it's interesting. I hope it's helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share the channel with anyone you think might like it. If you want to book in, you're very welcome. And just contact me. And I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace, wherever you are on Gaia for your beginning of the week.